Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to a beautiful Sunday morning here in Houston, Texas. Weather's all right. I actually plan on working my car later today. But before I do, I did want to talk about this book that I finished reading, I believe, on Friday. It was a book I've been holding on to for I probably had this book for about 10 years. I never got around to really reading it because it is a real estate involved book. It was written by a salesperson who I think he was a realtor, but I actually met him in person and listened to his. I attended one of his classes when I was a realtor in Dallas. He's pretty motivational. I would definitely have to say I was fired up after the, his class, his workshop, because I felt like I was better armed to do business. Unfortunately, I wasn't motivated enough to really sustain the business, which is kind of sad. But I am kind of starting it up again. I'm doing a lot better this time around because I feel like I'm a little bit more responsible and mature enough to be able to run a company. But had I read this book earlier, I don't think it would have made a difference. I mean, this book is like any other book. If you're not motivated and ready to take on the world, do well in business, etc., this book probably won't do you any good because you'll just be reading on how to do something but not actually do it. But this book, it's a pretty good book. A couple things that I was pretty happy to see was that he did reaffirm a lot of actions that I've taken lately. One thing definitely was kind of, I would say, cutting off a lot of people in my network. I just felt that I was surrounding myself with people who they were doing good, but they weren't in the same mindset as me. They were pretty happy with where they were, and I felt, didn't match the ambition that I had, and I think that because of that, I was starting to become complacent with where I was. I certainly would like to keep improving on myself. I mean, I want to be a very successful person in life in all areas. I don't want any area of my life to be lacking if I am aware of that fact. So this book was saying that it's good to clean the filter for your life so that the air and the water and everything that you drink and breathe and all that is clean. Same as thoughts. The thoughts that you're surrounding yourself with are clean and uplifting and are promoting your health and well-being. A couple other things was definitely having courage to do what you love. It's the only way to really be that successful person that you want to be. You have to take those steps forward. And of course, the whole quote of dress to impress, act like a successful person, and eventually you will become successful. It talks about that as well, but not as a fake acting, but as actual. He gives you actual steps to take, to be who you really want to be. He talks about dressing to impress, saying no, to people, developing principles, time management. He gives very he kind of addresses personal relationships. He kind of addresses everything in a very clear cut way. I think an example for time management is that he was saying the most obvious thing to do is if you look at your day, what are you wasting your time on? That's not producing any results. Are you trying to work with buyers, trying to buy homes all over town, etc., and you're not getting anything done? Then you have to be able to say no to those things. Are you sitting around, the first thing you do when you wake up is watch TV for 3 hours? You have to say no to that. It's very obvious things that he will point out that sometimes people don't realize, that to be successful, you don't have to follow a 20, 30-step program. It's just basically one step. It's the same thing as, being successful, by applying a filter in your life. Get rid of all the bad influences or the negative thoughts and all that. Just get rid of it. Unfortunately for me, I almost, I'm basically on my own right now because I do want to step up my life. It's taking a lot of time for me to look back and, make the corrections necessary now and then move forward as quick as possible. A lot of people see my lifestyle right now as lonely. I am alone, but I don't feel lonely, which is a good thing. You know, and I'm comfortable with that because I am feeling that I'm pushing myself forward, and every day I spend, you know, my best to improve my surroundings. And I think that's very important. Oh, I'm holding this like this because I lost the cover. I don't know where it is. I hope I'll find it soon. But the person, Mark Leader, I don't know if that's his real name, but this book, it's very simple. I mean, if you look at it, it's not that thick of a book. The lettering is, you know, it's really quick read. I think I read this in about 2 weeks. You know, and I wasn't even reading every day. It's really easy to read it chapter by chapter. And it helps with sales and success in life. It's a good book, quick read. You know, I've seen books that are like twice as thick as this trying to explain things, but in the end, they're just so complicated you forget. This one's quite simple. You know, it just keeps things simple. You know, don't spend your time on things that are wasteful. You know, if things are negatively influencing you or, you know, making the air dirty, your thoughts dirty, or your health dirty or whatever, just get rid of it, you know, and you have to learn to say no. It's a lot of things, and you have to have the courage to move forward with a new lifestyle. But yeah, I know it's kind of a generalized thing. I thought it was a good book. You know, would I read this? I think reading this book and then attending his seminar would be a great way to start off. Having attended the seminar already, I know how motivated he is, how courageous he wants his students to be in life, and you know, I think that's great. But that's pretty much it. I just want to thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe, I guess. I'd love to hear from you. Any comments below. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.